All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to unpack a really profound idea, something that gets to the heart of what drives every single one of our relationships. We're talking about a single, simple rule that once you really get it, it kind of changes how you see everything and everyone.
So let's just start with this. It's a bold statement, right? All relationships are driven by need. It sounds a little cold, maybe even transactional. But trust me, stick with me here. This one idea is the key to this entire explainer because it suggests every connection you have is built on this foundation of need.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll dig into the rule itself. Then we'll look at the most important relationship of all, the one with yourself. After that, we'll explore the modern forces that are pulling us apart, learn a new way to navigate our connections, and finally, tap into the ultimate power we have, choosing how we respond.
Okay, first up, the rule of need. So what does this actually mean for a relationship to be driven by need? Let's unpack this unspoken law that really governs how we all connect with each other.
And it is absolutely crucial to understand we are not just talking about money or favors here. Not at all. We're talking about the deep stuff, our core human drivers, that craving for emotional support, the need to feel valued and seen, to just share a laugh with someone, or to connect on a deeper level. That is the real glue holding our relationships together.
Okay, let's get into this next part, because you can't even begin to understand your connections with other people until you start with the foundation for everything, the relationship you have with yourself.
And here is the absolute key to it all. A healthy relationship with yourself is all about authenticity. You see, the bigger the gap between your true, genuine self and the mask you put on for the world, the more insecurity and shame you're gonna feel. It's almost a mathematical certainty.
This quote illustrates a really powerful mindset. You see, a wise person uses the feedback they get from others not as an attack to defend against, but as a mirror. It's just a tool to see themselves more clearly so they can make adjustments. They don't get angry and break the mirror. They actually learn from the reflection.
Now this is so interesting because there is a razor-thin line between these two things. Real confidence, that's rooted in reality. It's a belief that's backed up by actual experience and evidence. But arrogance, well, that's a belief based on delusion, on ignorance. Knowing the difference is a total game changer for self-awareness.
You know, if you happen to struggle with self-contempt, the path forward isn't nearly as complicated as it seems. It's really a two-step process. First, you compliment yourself, and really look back at your actual accomplishments to build a foundation of truth. Then, you develop. You start taking small, new actions to create fresh evidence of what you're capable of right now.
So now let's see how this builds. Because it's not just our own internal world affecting our connections. We're living in a time with some powerful, hidden forces that are actively eating away at our relationships. Think about it like this. Modern life is like a speeding train. We're all on it. And if we're not consciously paying attention to where it's going, we can easily end up at a destination of isolation and disconnection that we never ever would have chosen for ourselves.
And this train ride, it creates what you could call civilization's waste. It's like a four-step domino effect that makes our connections feel so fragile. Individualism puts us on our own little islands, then contractualism turns every act of kindness into a transaction, dehumanization reduces people to just numbers and metrics, and finally, planned obsolescence teaches us to just throw people away.
And this is the mindset that has totally seeped into our social lives. We're hit with this message everywhere. If a relationship gets a little inconvenient, don't work on it. The solution is to just discard it and get a new one, like a broken phone.
So, given all of that, these internal struggles and these external pressures, how do we fight back? How can we possibly navigate our relationships with more wisdom and more intention?
Well, the very first step is diagnosis. You have to be brutally honest and classify your relationships. Are they genuinely living, nurtured, and growing? Or are they maybe sick, just being maintained to avoid a fight? Or worse, are they sickening, constantly draining your energy? Or maybe just dead, peaceful but totally empty?
Okay, now here is a powerful alternative to that disposable, just cut them off culture. Instead of just hitting the block button, you can make a conscious choice to simply re-rank them, to change their position and their privileges in your life.
This strategy puts you right back in the driver's seat. You can adjust their priority level, you can change how quickly you respond to them, you can limit the sacrifices you're willing to make, and ultimately, you get to redefine their access to your precious time and energy. It's about protecting yourself without burning the whole bridge down.
And all of this leads us to the final, and I think the most empowering idea of them all. The ultimate power isn't about controlling other people, it's about mastering our own reactions.
Now really let this sink in. You are not just a puppet reacting to what people do. Between their action and your reaction, there is a space, a tiny gap. And inside that space is your power to choose. It's where your freedom lives, it's where all your growth happens. So what's the key to using that space? It's your interpretation. It's the story you tell yourself about why they did what they did. And choosing to believe the best instead of the worst, well, that's not about letting people off the hook. It's a gift of peace that you give to yourself.
This is a question we have all wrestled with, right? When things go south, when it all falls apart, who's really at fault? Is it the person who made the first mistake or the one who reacted badly to it?
The answer is so simple, but it's incredibly profound. The one with more awareness, the wiser one, actually bears more responsibility. Why? Because the wiser person has the ability, and you could say therefore the obligation, to break the negative cycle instead of just keeping it going.
Let's be real for a second. Building and maintaining truly human connections in a world that often encourages the exact opposite, it isn't easy. It is a burden. It's an obligation. But it is, without a doubt, the most meaningful and rewarding work we can ever do. And so, we end right here, with this choice. This is the choice that defines everything. Are you going to be an unconscious passenger on that fast train of modern life, just ending up wherever it happens to take you? Or are you going to grab the map, take the controls, and consciously choose your destination, and most importantly, who you want beside you for the journey?